I wanted to make a short review of one of my favorite tools that I bought about a year ago. This thing is called the Lab Genius, and it's a mini Vortex mixer. As the name implies, it's obviously meant to be used in a lab, but I found this to be the best paint mixer that I've used so far. Once you plug this into a wall outlet, the top is pressure sensitive, so when you press on it like this, it begins to mix the paint, creating a mini vortex inside, and the paint mixes really quick, about 5 to 10 seconds for a bottle that hasn't been used in a while. Even when I'm painting with oil paint, I generally like my paint thin, so you can see this is a bottle of Comart, which is a 1-ounce bottle of acrylic paint, and when I place it on top, it begins to mix it by creating a vortex inside the bottle, and it really mixes everything, gets any of the sediment at the bottom mixed right up to the top. Sometimes I like to flip it over too to help mix it around, but it really gets any of that pigment on the bottom mixed into the paint itself. So about 5-10 seconds, it's fully mixed. Here's a small bottle of Tester's enamel that's been sitting around for about 5 years. It hasn't been mixed, so the pigment is sitting at the bottom separated from the medium. And if I place it on here, you could see within a few seconds it's fully mixed and ready to use. Now, I'd consider this item a luxury item, something that's absolutely not needed, but for me, I've noticed it speeds everything up and makes the process of mixing paint so much easier. I don't have to drop little beads inside each bottle to shake them up, and I don't need to go looking for popsicle sticks to mix each little vial. It just makes the process easier and quicker and gives me assurance that the paint is fully mixed and ready to go when I want to start. All different types of shapes and sizes of bottles seems to work just fine, as long as it's under generally around 4 ounces and the viscosity of the paint is on the thinner side. I rarely use paint directly from the bottle. What I like to do is use these small 1-ounce cups and pre-mix the paint. This way I have full control over the hue, the value, saturation, and the viscosity before I start to paint. Generally I like to thin it a little more, so I'll use a few drops of distilled water within my acrylic paint. These small 1-ounce cups work great for mixing your paint because you could store them in this too. I generally will paint for a few hours and then, put it down and put the cap back on top. And then when I come back to it, I do the same thing. I place it right on top of this tool, mix it up, and it's ready to go when I want to start painting again. So as you can see here, this is about 10 seconds and the paint is perfectly mixed and ready to go. This video is obviously not sponsored. I have no connection with the company. I have no idea where they're based, but I love this tool. I think it's a great thing to use, and if you're thinking of buying one, I highly recommend it. Down below in the video description, I'll have an Amazon link for this. I'll also link a few other ones that are a little bit less expensive. If you're on the fence about buying this, I highly recommend it. I absolutely love this tool. So that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.